Gary Jeffress here, the Mad Guy, with this week's video about getting yourself into business for yourself. Now, you should have from the last video got between 5 and 10 expressions of interest emails sent back to a broker after you went through the list of suitable businesses that you felt were something that you'd like to get into. Of course, they were based on your criteria, things like price point, industry that they're in, and of course location, whether it's close to your home or not. And you should have hopefully sent back, as I said, emails saying, could you please send the confidentiality agreement so that I might find some more detail out about this business. Hopefully you would have received some back, and you would have about 5 to 10, if not more, profiles of businesses that were suitable to you. Now, a couple of things that I'll get you to do for this week. When you get your profile, each one of those profiles I'd like you to stick in a manila folder. Inside that manila folder you would put the confidentiality agreement that you would have scanned back and sent back to the person or faxed. Then you would include in this file the profile that you receive from the broker. So you've got a copy of the confidentiality report, the profile of the business itself, and in that profile, in the folder, I also want perhaps you to put, if you wish, you want to put the name of the business and perhaps the date that you received that on the front of the manila folder. And if you've got 10, then use 10 manila folders. It's good to keep them separate, because each one of these, I'd like you to go through the profile, have a look at the detail, just go through each page, not in depth, but fairly quickly, and your first impressions of the business itself. Jot some details down. This is your copy now anyway, and it's normally on standard white paper from your printer. So just write in your own handwriting the details of what you think are your first impressions of some of the pages, some of the things. Now, in a profile, you'll get pictures, you'll get addresses of the place. Now, it's important to stick by the terms that you signed in the confidentiality agreement, and do not go to these people and speak to them, or even show your face, really, to be honest. That's what you've signed and agreed with in the confidentiality agreement. You really do need to stick with that. Go through the profile, look at each page, have a flick through it, and write your own comments, if you like, of the things that come to your mind first. Because that will then, especially if you've got a number of them within your criteria and range, you'll be able to refer to that quickly when you're going back to see each business each time. Keep all the information from each business in a separate manila folder. That will help you out and make it easy for you to file. Now, so a couple of things that may happen. Once again, please stick by the confidentiality agreement. Respect the business and the fact that it needs to be, the information that you've got in your hands needs to be secure. You talk to your partner and your spouse or whoever you need to, for sure, but you're not to share it around with anybody else. You need to be discreet about what you're doing and the businesses you're looking at, number one. Especially if you've got a dozen or so of them, which is a good idea. You may get a follow-up call from a broker. What I found is that a lot of them say, look, we've been doing this, I've been doing this for 20 years. You're still in the box seat. So you need to be strong with some of those people. They do get a bit pushy sometimes, like other salespeople in other industries. You're in the box seat and will be the entire time. Don't get railroaded, pushed, or persuaded into something that you are intending to have for a long time by somebody who essentially has a job. Most of those salespeople they have a job anyway. They're working for a brokerage. So just keep the perspective on it, and please do not get railroaded or pushed into something just because the broker may want to make a sale. Some of these processes, once you decide on a business, the process could take a number of months to get to. So it's not a quick process, but that's a good thing. There's a lot of technical data in there, a lot of information that needs to be gone through when you're doing your due diligence on any business. So time is actually a good factor, and time is on your side, because if anything is untoward, you generally find it out after a while in time anyway. That may happen. You would then need to consider, I suppose, if there's one more favourable, one or two or three more favourable than the others. It might be a circumstance where you speak, you read the profile. Sometimes once you read the profile, you go, no, that's not for me. So put that aside. Just, I wouldn't say throw it out, but keep it as a record for you to compare with other businesses in similar industries later on. Unclutter what you've already got, but keep the ones that you are interested in a specific file. As I said, sometimes the brokers may get onto you. Keep them at bay, but don't be rude to them, please. You will need to create a network of people around you when you're in business, and successful people do that all the time. So if you haven't done that already, that's what I want you to do. Go through each of the profiles that you get in depth. Go over them, pick them up a couple of times at different points, by the way, because you see different things at different times. Inside each manila folder, it would be good to have a blank sheet of paper so you can write notes down, jot notes down about each one as you go. And you'll find that over a period of a few days, you'll start to sift through the ones that really aren't suitable for you. So next video, I'm going to go through in detail what some of the things in each of the profiles that you get back for each business will mean, and how perhaps it's best for you to read that, take assumptions from it. Also, you will find in these profiles in businesses, there'll be some numbers in there, some accounting numbers, profit and loss statements and things. There is further due diligence to do on each business that you choose to pursue, because these are only an indication. These are put together, this profile is put together by the broker themselves, not the business owner. So the business owner gives the broker the information, they just put it down as a sales pack, if you like. You read it. If you're impressed with it, number one thing is you need to verify that the details that are in the profile also match what's happening in the business. That's the due diligence that we will go through when you decide to buy a business. Now, if you haven't done those things that I mentioned, get onto it. Go through the lists of businesses that suit your demographic, your profile. Okay? That is location, price point and industry are the main things. Do you want a business that's fully managed? Do you want to work in the business? Do you and your wife want to work in the business? Do you want a business that can sustain you and a partner, you and a business partner? All of those things are available to you, and I know it may sound like things to think about, but it's once you get through these processes, it's really quite easy. I'm a big supporter of owning a business. I hope you are, especially those people who have been put up and really feel that there's nothing left for them. You're kidding, seriously. The experience, the talents, the confidence, the person that you are. Some of these businesses need you guys to take hold of them. There's a lot up for sale at any time. If you haven't done so far, send at least 6 to 12 expressions of interest away so that you can get hold of that many profiles. And again, I'll be back in the next video to show you some of the details in the profiles and what they mean to you, and how you can start to sift through the perceptions so that you might be able to move forward and eventually get to a point where you say, that's it, we will then go and make an offer on owning that business. Until next time, enjoy great things.